The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
I'm Robin Bird. I'm an ex-Navy deep-sea diver and a marine naturalist. I've spent years filming and observing sharks in the wild.
And I'm Eli Martinez. I'm an expert on shark behavior. I'm on a mission to unravel the secret world of sharks and share what I've learned with you.
We're going to challenge everything you think you know about sharks. Meet the junkyard dog of the shark world. Territorial, nasty-tempered, and armed with the most powerful bite force, pound for pound, of any shark. The bull shark is a true threat to humans, and they've proved it many times. They'll usually stand off and seem non-threatening, and then unleash a vicious attack that is often over in seconds. Eli and I will attempt two different experiments with Florida bull sharks. We want to see if there's a difference between how bull sharks react to scuba divers and then, under the same conditions, with free divers. Will these sharks prove more aggressive towards a diver without tanks? We're about to find out. We're heading out of Florida's Jupiter Inlet, about 6 miles offshore to an underwater ledge that's home to a very aggressive pack of bull sharks. There isn't a spearfisher here in Jupiter that doesn't have hair-raising tails from that ledge.
Bull sharks are found worldwide in warm, shallow water. They're just as comfortable in fresh water as they are in salt water, and they will travel miles upriver. And this is why they keep getting themselves into trouble, because they put themselves in direct contact with humans.
The bull shark is the third most dangerous shark, behind the great white and the tiger shark. Both Eli and I actually consider it more dangerous than either, and anyone who has much experience with them would probably agree.
This is a shark I've never interacted with. Today we're facing multiple bull sharks. I consider them dangerous and nasty-tempered, but they are fascinating sharks, and I have so much to learn from them.
The average bull shark is about 8 feet long and weighs around 300 pounds. They're extremely aggressive, and when you encounter one, it feels like you just ran into a junkyard dog, but there's no fence to keep you safe. And then there's the bite strength, measured at over half a ton. Eli, today we're going to do something really dangerous. We're going 6 miles offshore. We're going to drop down on this deep water ledge that's known for these aggressive packs of bull sharks. First, we're going to drift it on scuba. Then we're going to drift it free diving. Will we see a difference in the behavior of these sharks towards us?
Absolutely. On scuba, we look a lot bigger, we make a lot of noise. The sharks are a little more intimidated, and they definitely often keep their distance.
So we're going to drop down onto the bottom with scuba and offer them some fish. To stay safe, we're going to stay in a tight formation. Everybody's watching each other's backs. If these sharks get out of hand, what are we going to do to stay safe?
Well, part of it is we're bringing down chum and bait to attract the sharks to us. If things get crazy, we just have to move away from the bait. They're only interested in the food. They really don't care about us. And so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to move away. Sharks will stay to the bait. They get all excited over there. Once they calm down, then we can move back in.
Okay, now how about free diving? When we're just cruising the surface and the bait's kind of following us on a float, what do we do then? We still do the same thing? We get away from the float?
Same thing. The further we are away from the bait, the more calm the action is. The sharks are really tense and worked up over here. We're over in the background. Sharks don't care about us.
Spearfishers have been dealing with bull sharks in Florida for decades. They've learned how to coexist with them, but the relationship is an uneasy one. Randy, why are there so many bull sharks here in Florida?
I tell you, we're really blessed. There's a lot of bull sharks here because Jupiter is as close as you can get to the Gulf Stream anywhere in the United States. It's right here. The bull sharks come in off that super highway They come in to get clean, they come in to hang out, and to top it off, they go up the river. Loxahatchee River is right there, a natural river to pup. So they got everything all here in one place.
I can't wait to get in the water with these bull sharks, but once we get on that ledge, we're gonna be on full alert until this day is over and everyone's safely back on board.
We're headed 6 miles offshore from Jupiter, Florida, to an underwater ledge patrolled by highly dangerous bull sharks. But are these sharks less aggressive towards scuba divers than free divers? Our first dive will be on Scuba, and we'll drift over the ledge with a box of chum and see how the bull sharks respond.
Spearfishers in Florida are really experienced with bull sharks. They're used to having bull sharks try to take their fish and everything. In fact, they'll even spear a cobia, big fish, trailing behind a bull shark and bring it to the surface. But that's really playing with fire, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about shooting a fish on top of a bull shark. Naturally, when that happens, you scare the shark takes off, but then he realizes there's scent in the water and he's always going to come back. Depending on the skill of the spearfisher, he's either going to get that fish back to the boat before the bull comes back, or he's going to lose it.
So if you're a scuba diver, never been around bull sharks before, you come out here to Florida, you drop down on a wreck and a big bull shark starts acting weird. How do you handle that?
Well, the best thing to do is obviously stand your ground. Don't start swimming away from it. Make as much noise, try to look as big as you can. Even maybe grab your spare air and start blowing bubbles. You know, as soon as that bull shark comes in close, just purge your air, make a lot of noise, and that hopefully will frighten the bull shark away.
So scuba divers should have an advantage because they're bigger, they look weird, they got a lot of noise coming off them from the bubbles from these scuba gear. So they have somewhat of an advantage over free divers.
Absolutely, I think so. Yeah, I mean, we look a lot more intimidating to them. This is just something that's foreign to them, and they might just leave.
It looks like the current, for some reason, is a lot calmer than it normally is. And what this means, it's going to be a little more dangerous for us, I'm sorry to tell you, because without so much current, the sharks are going to kind of be bunched up a little bit more. So we really need to watch out and pay attention to what we're doing.
And instead of drifting, we're going to have to kind of swim along.
Yeah, we're going to be kicking a little bit, acting like wounded fish, and that's always always
great.
helpful. Yeah,
Great.
Kidding aside, the chum Randy is preparing from fresh barracuda should get the bull sharks worked up. And Eli is ready to get this party started. One final check of my camera, and we enter the water. Randy Jordan will be in charge of the chum stringer. Sharks hear and smell literally everything going on in their vicinity. And as Randy begins cutting up the barracuda, Eli is already seeing bull shark activity below us and conveys his enthusiasm with sign language. The first bull shark comes up to investigate. Built like a tank, you can see where they get their name. Next, a silky shark appears, and the difference in behavior could not be more obvious. The silky is relaxed and confident, while the bull shark stays below us, avoiding eye contact, like a mugger sizing up a victim. By the way, if you're an experienced open water diver, one of the creepier things you learn to deal with is a big remora showing up out of nowhere and flitting around you like a butterfly on a flower. Because you know this suckerhead just peeled off a big shark, and you get the feeling that it's somehow communicating with its mothership to come and shred you so it can feast on your crumbs. But I'm letting my imagination get away with me. Our friend the silky shark is enjoying a free rein on the fish chunks. Eli scrapes a fish on the stringer with his knife. The bull shark responds immediately, but then decides there's just too much going on with all of these noisy divers and heads back down. Just as we anticipated, the bull sharks are wary of our noisy divers on Scuba. A striking contrast in behavior with the silky shark that seemed completely unafraid. We continue to drift the ledge as more bull sharks begin to appear below us. Six miles offshore from Jupiter Inlet in southern Florida. We're about 60 feet deep, halfway through our first dive, and drifting with the current along a deep ledge. Aggressive bull sharks haunt this area. Eli and I want to see if these sharks are more aggressive towards scuba divers or free divers. Halfway into our scuba experiment, the bull sharks stay well below us, coming up occasionally to grab a piece of chum. As we drift along with the current, the bull sharks that come up to investigate are repeating a pattern of behavior. They stay well below us, picking up crumbs from our chum line. They also seem to intentionally avoid eye contact. In fact, for a shark, they almost seem neurotic. But this is all very much standard bull shark behavior when you're on scuba and in a group of divers. Eli and I both agree that we've seen enough, and it's time to end our first experiment. Next, we'll repeat the same experiment without tanks.
All right. Well, that was good. That was good. A lot of bull sharks milling around. And they seem to be standoffish. They really didn't get that close to us. We got some good footage of them. We had some fairly decent interaction. A couple of them came up and ate some of the bait, but they really didn't get right in there and mix with us.
They acted exactly how I thought they were going to act.
Right.
Bull sharks don't like the diving. They're shy of the bubbles, and they just kind of were more standoffish. They would sneak in, wait till we weren't looking, kind of come in, but then they weren't really comfortable at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how many of them would disappear in one direction only to come back in the other direction. They seem to like to do that.
Yeah. They're a lot more comfortable when they know you're not looking, absolutely.
Yeah, all right, well, experiment one proved our point.
Yeah.
Bull sharks are kind of wary if you're on scuba.
The Emerald returns to the drop-off point. We want to make sure the conditions are as similar as possible for our next experiment. Same drift, same sharks. Will they be more bold and threatening to freedivers?
Randy, I know you have a lot of history with bull sharks here. Why don't you share some of your crazy stories with us?
Well, I'll tell you, Eli, of all the sharks we run into out here, bull sharks are, I respect them absolutely the most.
Absolutely.
As you know, they have the highest testosterone level of any animal in the animal kingdom, and sometimes they act like a gang of wild animals. I remember one time I spearfished, and I'd shot, I don't know, Jack Crevalle or something, I don't recall what it was, and my line's 15 feet long. So I started pulling it in, the next thing you know, bam, like 6 or 7 of them hit it at one time. It looked like it just powdered, that's all that was left. And that was okay because it was 15 feet away. But then they looked up, saw me kicking my fins frantically, which must have looked like something else to eat, and they charged up. They took both my fins. Now, my feet probably don't taste like food, but those fins probably, just that rubber texture, look pretty good. But you know what? I was happy to get another pair of fins. No big deal. I went up, got in the boat, cleaned out my wetsuit, and carried on.
All right, so we're gonna get in the water for experiment number 2. We've already seen that the bull sharks were pretty shy when we were all on scuba gear. We're bigger, noisier, and something they're not really quite used to. Now we're gonna jump in with freediving gear. Snorkels, fins, a weight belt, and that's it. So let's see if their behavior changes. We have 7 big, mean-looking bull sharks circling around our box of bait here. We're gonna try to stay close to the boat, try to stay safe, watch each other's backs. Here we go.
Try to act like a seal.
I think this might be written up in the Darwin Awards.
As I reach Eli, I can sense that the atmosphere is now radically different. Below us, over 15 big bull sharks are swarming, and it's obvious they are bolder and more animated. And rather than shy away, they approach us menacingly. This is every bit as dangerous as it looks. If they were to suddenly go into attack mode, we would be fighting them off from every direction. Six miles from Jupiter Inlet, Eli and I are drifting a deep water ledge swarming with bull sharks. Are these sharks more aggressive towards free divers or scuba divers? That's what we're here to find out. On our first experiment using scuba gear, the sharks seemed interested but wary, staying well below us and avoiding eye contact. Now, using only mask fins and snorkel, their behavior has radically changed. They are far bolder and very menacing. Eli and I have our hands full, watching each other's back. One of the bull sharks decides to test Eli, but loses its nerve and darts away. But the next bull shark gets danger close, and Eli calmly guides it away with a hand on the head. And that's closer than you ever want to get to a bull shark. But staying calm while surrounded by sharks is second nature to Eli. He's enjoying every minute of this. Me, I'm on the edge of my seat, wishing I had 360-degree vision. As you can clearly see, these bull sharks are behaving radically different towards us as free divers versus scuba divers.
Just 10 feet past this buoy, it gets really nutty.
If you're going to swim with sharks, you need to understand the triggers that set them off. Although these bull sharks are not directly threatening us, if we had a struggling fish in our possession, then all bets are off. But here we are, with chum in the water, surrounded by 20 bull sharks miles offshore. Everything you need for a nightmare shark encounter. And yet this pack of bull sharks remains in cruise mode until something triggers an attack.
Let me tell you, we just proved our point, okay? And I tell you, there's a lot to learn from this dive that we just did. We were in the water with probably 15 to 20 bull sharks. I've got video of Eli diving down with 7 or 8 of them swarming around him. And although they weren't aggressive, they could have been very aggressive. They really weren't aggressive. And you know why? Because we weren't shooting fish. We didn't have a big fat fish struggling on the end of a spear, even though we were in the water with chum and with bait. So everything you do, all these little nuances really affect that shark's behavior.
Absolutely. You know, your behavior, the way you act with them. You know, when the shark was coming at me, I just put my hand out. She didn't like it at all, so she took off. So even though I was in the middle of it, I mean, they're really well behaved. I mean, it was just, they're not the monsters that, you know, the bull shark reputation is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you shoot a gag grouper down there and drag them to the surface, they become that monster like that.
Hunting is different. I mean, hunting truly brings
Well,
out...
come on, Eli, come on. You're trying to tell me these aren't monsters. Those are monsters. We're just not flipping the switch, right?
Yeah, okay,
right? Am I right?
right?
Am I right?
No. Truly. I mean,
Okay.
as far as a shark goes, I mean, this is the scariest of them all out there. Even
Yeah.
the big, giant, great white. I
Yeah.
think the bull shark, you know, to me, has me on alert a lot more than a white shark ever would. You know, there's just something about these sharks. I mean, they're,
Yeah.
you know, they hunt in a pack.
Absolutely.
And they bite like tigers, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's just, you gotta respect these animals.
A half a ton of bite force. They're not even sure why a bull shark has such a ridiculously powerful bite. It doesn't seem to serve any purpose because they're fish eaters.
Well, yeah, but then again, like every shark has a job in the ocean. Like the tiger shark's job is to help control turtle populations. The hammerheads help control stingrays. Bull sharks are shark killers. They help control the shark population. That's why they're so massive, and And they make sure we don't have too many reef sharks and other species of sharks, so they gotta be powerful.
I guess in that case, having a bite measured at a half a ton, 1,300 pounds actually, over a half a ton, I guess that would come in handy.
That would need to be.
So at the end of the day, I don't think there's much daylight between Eli and I when it comes to bull sharks. They can be nasty tempered and as dangerous as a loaded gun. Our experiment did seem to prove that free divers are in more danger with bull sharks than scuba divers. But both need to be extremely careful when they're around bull sharks.
Yes, the bull shark is dangerous and deserving of their nasty reputation, but we need to remember that we're in their world, and if we want to share it with them, then we need to better understand these animals. And although I fully don't trust them, I still want to get to know them better. And the only way for me to do that is to keep jumping in with them until I do.